The first step in inserting our graphical opt-in form into our web page will be to choose the form that we want to use. If necessary, we'll also need to choose the web page template that we're going to use, so I'll cover both of those things. To choose an opt-in form, usually these forms come with sample templates in HTML format. Now HTML is the format that web browsers can read, so it's quite handy because all we need to do is find the HTML file that we're interested in that represents the form and double click it to open it in the browser. We have a quick look at the different types of form that are available to us, choose the one that we're interested in, and make a note of the folder and file names that we're going to need. We're going to need those shortly because we're going to need to open those files in our HTML editor so that we can insert them into our final document. The graphical opt-in forms that we're working with in this example come with HTML sample pages. Now, an HTML file can be opened directly in a web browser without being connected to the internet. So we're going to use this technique to look through the opt-in forms and choose the one that we're going to use. To do this, we'll need to make sure that we've unzipped the files associated with our opt-in forms and that we can move through them using the Finder or Windows Explorer on a Windows machine. I'm going to open the folder here, my opt-in graphics folder, which contains all the materials from inside of the zip file, all expanded. My forms are in this folder here called opt-in templates, and I have a selection. There are 4 classes varying in size and dimensions. Let's have a look in the small opt-in, and there are quite a few in here done by color scheme, and right at the bottom here we have this file neblue.htm. That's the file that we're looking for. That should give us a preview of what the little form will look like. Now I can double click that and it will open in a web browser, and there we go, that's the form. Now the idea here is just to have a quick look and see if it's the kind of thing we want, and if not, we'll close it. Now these are all the same prefix, they just have a different color scheme, so let's try these small. Again, double click. This one's slightly different, it has this free at the top there. Let's close that one, and if we go back a few folders we can see of a different group called opt-in, and there are 3 main ones here. Let's have a look in here. Okay, opt-in blue, and this one has a moving element. I quite like that one, I think we'll use it. So this is opt-in 01 blue. Let's just go back and check out that folder. So we need to remember where the file was. So it was in our opt-in graphics folder, opt-in templates, opt-in 01 blue. And the sample file was 01 blue HTML, and there were some associated images. Now we can do exactly the same thing if we have a set of web page templates into which we're going to insert our code. In this particular set we have some web page templates there in the landing pages folder. We have 2, B1 and B2. If I go into B1, and again we have an HTML file, so if I double click on that it will open in my web browser. Here is a template, and you can see we already have here a form. It's a very basic form, and the whole idea here is that we replace the basic form with a more interesting graphical form. So let's use this B1 page. So the location of that one is the opt-in graphics folder, landing pages, B1, and there we have the HTML page and again associated images.